A reading from the book of Job. Job again took up his discourse and said, "Surely there is a mine for silver, and a place for gold to be refined. Iron is taken out of the earth, and copper is smelted from ore. Miners put an end to darkness, and search out to the farthest bound the ore in gloom and deep darkness. They open shafts in a valley away from human habitation. They are forgotten by travelers. They sway suspended, remote from people. As for the earth, out of it comes bread, but underneath it is turned up as by fire. Its stones are the place of sapphires, and its dust contains gold. That path no bird of prey knows, and the falcon's eye has not seen it. The proud wild animals have not trodden it. The lion has not passed over it. They put their hand to the flinty rock and overturn mountains by the roots. They cut out channels in the rocks, and their eyes see every precious thing. The sources of the rivers they probe, hidden things they bring to light. But where shall wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Mortals do not know the way to it, and it is not found in the land of the living. The deep says, "It is not in me," and the sea says, "It is not with me." It cannot be gotten for gold, and silver cannot be weighed out as its price. It cannot be valued in the gold of Ophir, in precious onyx or sapphire. Gold and glass cannot equal it, nor can it be exchanged for jewels of fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or of crystal. The price of wisdom is above pearls. The chrysolite of Ethiopia cannot compare with it, nor can it be valued in pure gold. Where then does wisdom come from? And where is the place of understanding? It is hidden from the eyes of all living, and concealed from the birds of the air. Abaddon and Death say, "We have heard a rumor of it with our ears." God understands the way to it, and he knows its place. For he looks to the ends of the earth and sees everything under the heavens. When he gave to the wind its weight and apportioned out the waters by measure, when he made a decree for the rain and a way for the thunderbolt, then he saw it and declared it. He established it and searched it out. And he said to humankind, "Truly the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So it's kind of this last hurrah from the book of Job about the difficulty of obtaining wisdom. And the analogy that Job uses is the analogy of miners and how difficult it is for miners to find the ore and for humanity to engage in that enterprise. And he says how, the miners kind of go and they're remote from other human beings. The birds can't find what the miners are looking for because it's deep in the ground and they have to bring light there. They turn dark places to light. And it's a fascinating metaphor for the search for wisdom, that in a sense you have to kind of burrow in, you have to dig into dark places and bring light there so that you can find the treasure that you're looking for. That that those who fly high above can't see wisdom. You have to kind of really work for it. And but in the end, he says, now that's how humans look for it, but God knows exactly where wisdom is. God possesses understanding. And ultimately, this is, I find that, it's fascinating to dwell on how the metaphor of the miner searching for ore or for precious gold or stones as the seeker of wisdom, how for the Christian, for the follower of Jesus, as Paul says in the first letter to the Corinthians chapter 2, that Christ, in a sense, that the crucified Christ displays the wisdom of God, which is foolishness to this world. Ultimately, one must go to the tomb of Jesus to find wisdom. And we know that it will be an empty tomb when we get there. But ultimately, it is only by grappling with God's love shown in powerless mercy, God's love shown in forgiveness, shown through suffering for, suffering with, being in solidarity with the weakest and those in the greatest pain. That is how we seek for wisdom. And to join in solidarity with the suffering of humanity is indeed an arduous task. It means kind of burrowing down into the dark places, having the courage to go down instead of try to fly up. And we are called to truly to empty ourselves as Christ emptied himself, and to seek the way of humility, and to be willing to have the courage to go into the dark places of people's lives and of their suffering in order to find the wisdom of God's love given for us in Jesus, crucified on the cross and raised from the dead, to find wisdom precisely in those places. And like the miner, we bring the light of God's love into those dark places so that we may find that which is precious, that which can be redeemed, that in a sense, like that ore down in that mine shaft, can be, that precious stone can be raised up so that it can shine with brilliance in the light of new creation. So let us be like miners for wisdom and follow God's love into the tomb, that we may arise and know the wisdom of God's love shown to us in Jesus.